Hello, good morning. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. We are back again after a very amazing and wonderful weekend. I mean, very fascinating. You know, my Saturday was a great weekend. You know, it's like no other Saturday. I mean, it was a great time. You know, the people that I was, with during that day, they will definitely connect, you know. We are back, getting ready to conquer, this week again, another challenge. But inshallah, we would be able to get through it as we've, conquered past weeks in peace. So I am Ibrahim Abalde. Thank you very much for joining us wherever you are. We are always happy, and it's a pleasure for joining us on QTV this morning. And today I'm here alone, but I have my newspaper review guest, Halimatu Sise. Halimatu, good morning.
Good morning, Balde. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here. Tell me about your weekend.
When you were talking about yours, I'm like, Balde is someone who loves to go all out during weekends to enjoy himself.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes I need to spoil myself. I need it. I owe it to myself. Look, come on, put all these problems of the world behind. You are not alone.
Yeah.
If you die today, your job will replace you. If you die today, your spouse will replace you.
Yeah.
Next minute, if Tafa Kinte died today, we're going to get another cameraman to replace Tafa here.
Of course,
don't think without you, things are not moving.
Yes.
So you owe it to yourself, to go out and chill. Come on. These problems, you will never finish them.
Of course, we take life one step at a time every day to make ourselves look good, feel good, and also, coming back to me, I have a lovely weekend as well. I spend it at home, doing the usual chores, doing laundry, ironing, cooking. And this time my kids were around, so I have to do a lot of cooking as well. Yeah, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and doing some laundry as well. And also do some part-time editing. So as a girl like you, I don't go out a lot. I'm an introvert. I love to be indoors.
My own weekend was different. I was on a boat trip.
Oh, that must be lovely.
Can you imagine being on a boat trip and getting a full table by yourself, with your colleagues, and cruising from the Denton Bridge area?
I can imagine, with varieties of delicacies at your disposal.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's my first time to be on a boat trip from Denton Bridge. I've done boat trips before, but for the first time I used Denton Bridge to Lamen Lodge. And I live in Lamen for almost 20 years now.
Wow.
You know, I've never used that route, but on the whole, the Gambia have places that people can hang out. And it was really amazing. I had a good time. Have you been on a boat trip before?
I've been on a boat when one of my colleagues from the UK who loves to sail around the world came to the Gambia with their boat.
Okay.
I was there, but I'm not a fan of water, so I'm kind of scared. So even Banjul Bar to cross it is always a challenge for me.
Well, we talked about water, and you know, looking at what we have as a country. When I was in the river, I was thinking a lot. I said, okay. When you talk about the river, all you think about is water, but there is more to it. When you look at the landscape, when you look at the mangroves, when you look at the nature, there is a proper transportation route from Lamen Lodge to Banjul.
To Denton Bridge.
Why not we try to harness river transport? It would have been much easier. The people from Lamen, the people from maybe Abuko, would have used Lamen Lodge to Denton Bridge and take a car to Banjul, or you use Lamen Lodge to Wafinjago. You would have accessed Banjul easily than using this route.
Yeah, sure, but that also comes with it. Parks, you know, you have to get a ferry that can do that, or a boat that is navigable, that can use the river along that route, Lamin to Denton Bridge. And people like us, we are not a fan of boats anyway. So there are a lot of people out there who would rather use vehicles. But I think it is possible.
Can you swim?
No, I can't swim,
You
so
can swim.
I stay away from the river
you look,
as much as possible
you would have
because
been
I can't swim.
you would have been a good swimmer. You look light.
Yes, yes. Actually, I'm not a fan of
she
sports.
Is light, although I
Yes.
cannot lift her to know how light she
yes.
is.
You are assuming, yes.
Although I cannot lift her to know how light
yes.
she is. Or Aliwijalo, should I lift her to know, to measure her weight? All right, so it's good to be back here on this platform. I mean, we want to crack jokes in the morning. I mean, you have to start your day with laughter. Please don't leave your house, I mean, in anger.
Frowning.
Don't leave your house in anger. And we tell all the wives, for those home-staying wives, if your husbands are leaving the house, make sure they leave the house with peace of mind. I mean, it will make them get more money outside.
I think it's two ways. If you're leaving the house as a husband, make sure your wife is smiling and happy, because if your wife is happy, obviously you will go out happy. But if your wife is not happy, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's two ways.
Yeah.
So let's move on. We will do the African code as usual. We have something here. Oh, wow. Mr. Momodumboj is here. Hey. How do you call them? How do you call him? Ifambondi. Mr. Mboj is a Fambondi, you know. All right, so we'll take a look at the African code. A man who has bread does not appreciate the value of hunger. I mean, that's what it reads, and the proverb, it's originally from Nigeria, and it's a Yoruba proverb. The man who has bread never appreciates the value of hunger. This is what it said.
That's a tricky one. It's talking about a man who has maybe even not enough to eat, but who has food, may not know what the other person on the other side is feeling. I think it's talking about if you have something, you need to value it, because there are other people somewhere who doesn't even have half of that bread that you have. So this is the way I see it anyway. It's a tricky one, but I think this is how I see it.
So have you been broke to an extent one day and you start thinking of all the monies that you misused? Okay, all right, all right. I'm not alone. You know, have you been to an extent whereby you okay? Imagine I was with a 10,000 2 weeks ago, and I don't even know how to spend it. But if I have that today, I know how to spend it. So
yeah, there are situations like that whereby there are days that you have enough and you wouldn't even mind about saving. You'll be like, okay, I have enough today. I have to do A, B, C, D. And there are days that comes after that. You are broke, and you'll be like, few days ago, I had money. If this opportunity comes a few days ago, I would have ways to tackle it, because I had a lot of money and I have a lot of things to do. But then it came at a time when you were broke. Situations happen like that, yes.
Do women get broke?
Of course.
I just want to know.
Of course, I do go broke. I hustle like every
what
other
phone are
man
you
out
using?
there.
iPhone 17?
No. I'm not a fan of iPhone because of its complications. So I'm an Android fan because of the long-lasting batteries, the storage, and my work, and the way my work is. I need an Android phone. I don't do iPhone anyway. I'm not a fan of iPhone.
All right, so that is what it is. So at this point, here we welcome Mr. Momodu Mboj. Please, come on in. Come on in. You have to tell us where were you? where were you, Mr. Mboj? Welcome. How are you? You good?
Good morning, Mr. Mboj.
Good morning. Did you send the running order?
I sent it last night.
What information did you put in it? Did you write who were the hosts?
No, that should be a skeleton in the cupboard. xam nga weekend bi dafa neex ba ma fàtte loolu noonu Mr. Mbodj.
So now you know the reason why Mr. Mbodj is just coming in.
All right, so let's move on. So the man, according to the proverb, a man who has bread does not appreciate the value of hunger.
Yeah.
That's what it reads.
Yes, because he's got bread. He's filled up. Yeah, I suppose so.
So taking things for granted, I mean.
Yes, when you've sort of taken care of your needs and the rest of it, you just don't see what she said earlier. I heard her say, you just do not know how the other side lives. You know? So, I think in imagination we do. You know,
I think you have to wear people's shoes to know what they are going through. If you're not born and raised in poverty, you may not understand what people are going through. Yeah.
There's another saying, when they give the wolf, I mean, when the wolf got a lot of food, when it ate the food and cried, they asked the wolf, why are you crying? He said, tomorrow would be very difficult. You understand? Tomorrow I'll go through hunger. So, you know, it's good today, and tomorrow is not promised. Sometimes we need to have plans. We need to make sure we have what we call planning, especially financial planning. Although I don't do one, but I can still advise people to do financial planning, because I've been going through a lot these days. I am part of the people that are going through a lot. Yes. So, Mr. Mbodj, I mean, I think the proverb is direct and simple.
Yes, apparently so. Yes, when your needs are taken care of, it's difficult to see the lacks, as it were, elsewhere. I suppose it is true, you know, in one sense, even though our imagination tells us how things might be on the other side. I think human beings are imaginative. And it being the person with bread, perhaps at some point he didn't have it. So I think with human beings at some point we've experienced hunger in the sense that you've wanted something. It just doesn't necessarily mean physical, literal hunger, but just wanting something, needing something, and not getting it, you know.
So we'll take a look at the Point newspaper. I mean, the death in custody, Mandinering protest chaos, calls against police brutality. I mean, the matter is under investigation, according to the minister and other authorities. We'll take a look at it. But the first, I mean, information that was revealed, the boy fell and died, you know, from the chase. And, you know, we cannot establish the reality of that until and unless it's gone through postmortem. I mean, to know the nature and manner in which he died. I mean, although some people think it is too good to be, I mean, yeah. So what do you think? Police brutality, according to the paper?
Well, I think the IGP and the top police command should revisit their police training manuals and see where they have loopholes and see how best they can fill in those loopholes, because it is getting out of hand, and this is a crucial moment for the Gambia. We are heading to the polls, and we are not having issues from the ordinary people. We are having issues from the police. It is a disciplinary force institution, and they are entrusted with our lives and properties. So if they want to cope crime, they want to go patrolling in our communities, those who are sent there, they should be able to know how to relate with people. They always talk about community policing, but they are not doing things right. You go into a community, for example, like Mandinering, you are going there to patrol. And we know that in our community setup, people love to sit outside, including young people. So you meet young people at a ghetto or at a VU, for example, and they're sitting, chatting, drinking attire, and some are even smoking. But you are not even sure what they're smoking. It could be cigar, it could be weed, it could be anything, marijuana. It could be anything. But you don't even know. When they see you, they run and you chase after them aggressively, and you were violent. So I think they need to really sit and strategize ways of how they can train their police officers. They are coming from the communities. They should be able to know how to relate with the people. They are coming from us. But being aggressive and violent to an extent that you want to go inside people's home and release a large amount of tear gas is really not done.
Well, I think it boils down to the training, the orientation. I mean, I think it's more to just wearing the uniform and giving a car to patrol. You know, sometimes we need to take this responsibly. I mean, although citizens will behave with responsibility, yeah, but also, you know, authorities, they have a role to play. I mean, these are our brothers. We need to know how to treat them. I mean, some people need to go through, okay, fine, probably they are trying to make sure they read and make sure the issue of drug is minimized in this country. Nobody can deny that. You know, but
let's be careful here. The headline uses the term police brutality. That has not been established yet. We do not really know. We're just hearing diverging narratives. So let us be careful how we characterize it without the facts. What does it mean? So after that, then we'll know actually what went wrong. If whatever went wrong, how can we fix it? But we shouldn't preempt certain things. So one will wait for that, to be honest. But more generally, yes, sort of, in a sense, we're transitioning to a more democratic policing. For a very long time, we all know that the police, when they catch you, they'll beat you, they'll hit, they'll do all sorts of things. We all know that. So learning to police democratically, I think perhaps one is in that process. And there should be accountability. If anybody is found accountable in this instance, then that person should face the music. But until we establish the facts, I think we should tread carefully.
Yes, establishing the fact, I mean, it's very pivotal in this instant. I mean, I think that is why the investigation is set up. I mean, if there is brutality, I mean, of course, videos, I mean, are seen where police officers kicking people. That, you know, people cannot deny. It's circulating everywhere. But right now, as far as the investigation is going on, we can read. And the Human Rights Commission called for urgent probe into the death of Omar Baji in Mandinari as well. It's expected of them as well. So let's still move on, and we have the Foreign newspaper here, and you know it reads. I think it's more of Omar Baji is dead. I mean the main headline, and the National Human Rights Commission saying the same thing. So. I mean,
it's a top story, certainly.
Yes, I'm seeing Rongo on the front newspaper. Do you know Rongo?
Yeah.
Rongo, it's a Gambian musician. I think sort of a politician, half politician during Jammeh's time as well. I mean, I can see people to respect independence of judiciary and rule of law. Rongo urges Gambians to do that.
To do what?
To respect the judiciary and the rule of law.
Are we showing any disrespect of the judiciary? One wonders why. What sort of provoked or triggered this remark? Are we in any way showing disrespect?
About the independence of the judiciary?
Are there any questions over the judiciary's independence? I wonder.
Yeah.
And rule of law.
So Mayor Bensouda says 26 million I mean, dollars UNCDF grant never materialized. It didn't materialize, so what can we do about it? What do we want to know? Probably he's trying to... but let's talk about... Yes, Mayor Bensouda's performance at the commission. I mean, I think that we need to try to, I mean, clear before, you know, when people say, okay, Mayor should go in for presidency. And I was like, okay, let's wait and hear from this commission. How transparent is Mayor Bensouda?
Well, I do not quite follow the mayor's appearance at the commission, so I cannot say much about his appearance at the commission. But with regards to the headline about the grant that did not materialize, I think maybe this is something that the mayor was looking forward to in his tenure. So that is why that prompted him to clarify, to tell the constituents that this is a grant that I talk about in the past, but it has never materialized, maybe due to certain things that happen that makes it not to materialize. Is a grant, so it's a project. Maybe during the negotiation stage, some things happen and it never materialized. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So UDP members in Fonyi, Kombo resign, but Yang says West Coast remains party powerhouse. Recently, we've seen a lot of resignation from the United Democratic Party.
Yellow Party,
so should they take a look at their structure again? Should they take a look at, I mean, their leadership structure? Because I think most people, I mean, resignation is for a reason.
Of course, if you know the UDP militants, you know that they are very loyal.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are very loyal to their party and their party head, and they have been, they have conformed to the party's rule over the decades. They have been accepting the flag bearer over the decades. But what happened this time is that if people are not heard, no matter how long they have been accepting everything that you impose on them, and you said it's a democratic party. So if people are not heard, they are, what they want, they are not seeing it. At the end of the day, they will get tired, because these are human beings. You cannot keep imposing rules on them. You cannot keep controlling them. So if they see that this is what we want, but you said, no, this is what the party wants, and this is what the executive is going to do, you're not listening to your party militants. This is what warrants the massive resignation that we are seeing from the United Democratic Party. If you are not hearing me out, then I have the right to walk away. So I think that's the reason why they are just resigning.
Mr. Mboy.
Yes.
Massive resignation.
Well, the party's been around since when, 1996. So I suppose that with this sort of thing where you've been around for a long time, but you're in opposition, you're not winning. You're not winning all the time. Once in a while, you're bound to have a kind of shake-up about the leadership. Maybe people, UDP, they're waking up to the possibility that maybe Darbo's got electability issues. Maybe it's time for, say, the Darbo, our long-serving leader, to move on to step aside, to let somebody else in. So maybe this will be the tussle that either makes them or breaks them. But they've reached a pivotal point. They're at a crossroads. Either they can ride, you know, the waves, as it were, or they'll be crushed.
Well, anywhere, whether it is a political party or an institution or organization or even the government, people want change. They don't want to see one person ruling like if it is a monarchy or something. People want change. And if you said your organization is democratic and you are leading people, people want change, but you're not listening to them. They resist. So this is what is happening at the United Democratic Party. People want to be heard. They want a change of leadership. They don't want someone who goes to the polls and don't win elections. They want change, but they are not being listened to. So I think this is why they choose to resign and aligned with people who they think can at least effect that change that they need.
That's it. And for me, the curious thing, the other one, is that the way they select the leaders, it's the executive committee. It's a committee that selects this.
It's question.
No, to me, exactly. It's like sort of the old socialist countries, communist stuff. I'm not into that at all. With the leader, you got to have the general membership choose. I just cannot understand having a committee choosing a leader. I think that's a big decision that should go to the general membership, not the select few, where then they can impose the orthodoxy. This is how really organizations kill themselves, as it were. They commit suicide. Most organizations.
Undermining the grassroots people. Yeah.
This is it.
So we still move on. We still have few stories on the papers. Let's take a look at how Banjul Bar Bridge awaits ECOWAS green light after study. I mean, ECOWAS green light, I mean, to bridge Banjul Bar. Before I thought it was very difficult to do, but looking at other countries that build bridges I mean, inside water, Mr. Moy.
Of course, I mean, obviously the technical...
You know, I used a bridge underwater. I was, wow, how can this happen? Can you imagine?
Yes, I can actually. The technology has been around for so long. It's just that we do not have the expertise, we do not have the resources, we don't build them, but when you travel, you see all sorts of things. Everybody knows that.
Oh, wow. You know, so Banjul Bara, I mean, bridging it, probably it's possible, but are you looking forward to that now?
Is that a priority for this country now? I'm not sure. Maybe in these crucial matters need the public opinion, whether this is something that the people need, because the government is here for the people. You cannot just say, okay, it has trade values, there is economic values attached to it. Is it something that the people need urgently? Because we have other issues in this country that are priority to the people than bridging the Banjul Bar. And also to the Gambia Ports Authority or the ferry services. How is it going to affect their operations?
Yeah, I mean, I think operations won't be a problem. They will just shift it to the bridge. I mean, when you are crossing, you still need to pay the same fee and tariff. I don't think operation would be a problem. Probably it will be more efficient, faster, maybe.
Do you know what the story
money
says?
they are going to invest.
The story says to have a study, to do a study. If this is going to happen at all, it wouldn't happen in the next 20 years. So why are you really talking about it? You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
I wouldn't talk about this at all.
I think it's a long-term plan.
They're talking about a study.
I would definitely love to witness Banjul Bar Bridge. Honestly, 20 years, that's too much, Mr. Mboy. Thank you, Halimatu. Thank you very much. We've exhausted this time. We don't have much on the papers today. It's more of police riots and
that's a trending topic on social media as well.
The Mandinari incident. I mean, the whole of Saturday, the focus was at my town, I mean village. So, you know, let's pray for peace. Let's pray for understanding and make sure we bury the hatchet.
We do more than pray. We work for it. You see, you just can't keep on.
You work and pray.
You work.
You work and pray. God help those who help themselves.
It is action that really produces
Mr. Boy,
effects,
I'm not in a
results.
situation.
Nobody's saying that don't nyan. But what we are saying, my action, more they produce results.
Wow.
God help
those who help themselves. I mean, you know, man yefi riot sabugumako. You know, I guess now lo happen in my student demonstration bo hewon fi. You know, I was part of the students. Why? Hamon nane nekut lo hamne a country should pray for it. We should always try and avoid.
Protest is not necessarily a riot. It could degenerate into one.
But they are similar. They are all similar.
No, they are not. There are times when people must protest. You see, here we're talking about serious, high citizenship, not the kind of silliness that one can see on social media and the petty rubbish. You know what I mean? But you have to be clear about what you want, what is the protest about, what are the goals, are they achievable, you know, are they smart, you know, what they call smart
to
goals.
be realistic.
So you're going to put into account all of these things, and we should be grown up about things, not be emotional and the like, and just being silly.
Well, I think you said it right. I think we are more emotional when we are doing our thing. You know, sometimes things that doesn't even make sense.
Confusing.
You know they are not achievable at some point. We are not saying nobody should go out and demand for your right. It's the right of every citizen to do.
To be heard.
Yeah, but let's do it with responsibility. I mean, let's do it maturely. I mean, let's have that conversation as people, you know. But also let the security make sure they do their job properly.
Absolutely.
Without the use of violence here.
So that is it. Thank you very much, Hali Matu, for coming.
Thank you. It's good to be back here.
And before end of this week, I hope we would engage you too.
Well, it depends on my schedule.
We would be very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here, to be in your midst. It's fun to be here.
Absolutely. Yeah, so viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll talk about the blood donation drive from the Carnifing General Hospital. We'll be back.
Money e orange money Johnny weɓini nuldugol mbuuɗi mi yetoma joni hiɗa wawi nuldude mbuuɗi iwra ko Gambia ɗo yaha Sénégal e Q-Money wallet ma on eyyi ko honno wonɗa e fadde mi yetoma udduto Q-Money account ma on joni fuɗɗoɗa nuldude mbuuɗi e teriɓe ma rewa ɗon ka orange money nder Sénégal fi heɓugol hen ko laaɓi hiɗa wawi noddude Q-Money customer care e 133 Q-Money suñu kalpe ɗum no yaadi e sartaji.
Opticalia, Gambia's leader in optical care with 5 locations offering the best in visual health. With cutting-edge European technology, Opticalia delivers single vision lenses in just 20 minutes. At Opticalia, we care about our future. Eye exams are free for individuals under 18, ensuring everyone has access to quality eye care. But it's not just about vision. Opticalia also provides advanced audiology services to ensure your hearing health is in the best hands. Our audiology services offer European standard hearing aids and diagnostics, ensuring everyone can hear clearly. Whether it's testing or treatment, you can trust Opticalia for your auditory care. Opticalia offers European standard products, fair prices, and exceptional value all under one roof. Visit Opticalia at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia or call us on 7767-121 or at any of our regional branches. Banjul 7767-126, Brikama 7767-123, Farafenyi 7767-124, Basse 7767-125. Opticalia, love what you see and hear.
Q-Money aning orange money ye bulodi nyola pour ka kodi kio sone yandi ka bonan Gambia banko kan kata Senegal banko kan aning Q-Money wallet e ka mune batu e muna fan Q-Money account wala sign pour ka dati ka kodoki e terimal anila dimbayal kana aning orange money Senegal ni lafta ku Senegal sotola je Q-Money customer care commandi 133 Q-Money suñu kalpe ñing sartol le bala.
We are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. Now we will move on to the third segment of this program, and we'll be talking about the blood donation drive from the Carnifing General Hospital. As you know, donating blood means saving lives. I mean, it's important for us to be able to donate blood. Time to time, I mean, we go and do this. We have Mr. Kausu Jaite from the Carnifing General Hospital, and he is a blood technician. I mean, he's responsible for, testings and making sure blood is also donated. So you are welcome, Mr. Jaite.
Thank you so much, Mr. Balde. Definitely, we are very happy to be here with you because, as you rightly mentioned, blood is very important in our day-to-day life.
Absolutely.
Cardiff General Hospital is situated in one of the densely populated area in the country. So it makes us very, that makes the hospital to be very busy. Blood transfusion is one of the most important components in the healthcare delivery system because it's a program that is in the center. All the programs needed. If there is an accident, we need blood. When there is a labor, we need blood. When there is anemia, we need blood. That's why blood transfusion is one of the most important components in our healthcare delivery system. And then, as you rightly mentioned, blood is very much important.
True.
Because as a human being, without blood, you cannot live. You can be lack of every other things in the system except blood. Once you lose blood, you definitely there is no chance of living.
Blood is the fuel.
Yeah, so that's why it makes very important. And then we have been saying all over and over that let people come forward and donate blood because blood is never enough. Because each and every person can only donate 1 pint of blood. But in an incident when we have an accident, we need more than 3 or 4, 5 pints of blood. Or sometimes even a maternity case, a labor case. Somebody could come from somewhere, come with a severe bleeding. You need to transfuse that person more than 3 or 4 or 5 pints of blood. So that means blood is never enough. But again, also we'd like to thank our, partners because we have a lot of partners that are, working with the hospital. Namely, the pipeline community. They have been our very long-standing partners.
Okay.
Yeah, the Trust Bank also, they are also a partner. Deloitte also, they are also on board. They also come, not all the time, but frequently they do come and make some donations at the hospital.
Yeah, so let's talk about are you forming sort of a day for the donation drive, or do you have a location where people can come and donate?
No, we don't have. Of course, we do have when it comes to national blood campaign, because we do have national blood campaign. Meaning, when it comes to National Blood Donor Day, every June 14 is marked as World Blood Donor Day. So that day, across the length and breadth of the country, at all transfusion centers, we do organize blood drives. But normally we do have that arrangement with the soldiers at all regions. In the Cardiff municipality here, we do have a pipeline community. They don't normally soldier that program. Okay. Again, also the National Blood Transfusion Services also has a strategic plan for that day. So most of the time we do go out and make vigorous campaign, both electoral and both radio and other media houses, to sensitize people to come forward and donate blood.
Yes, I wonder what are some of the key challenges really you face in trying to get people to donate blood voluntarily?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mboy, because this is one of the most crucial area for us. In fact, because people have a lot of perception of donating blood. Because some people think that once you donate blood, probably you'll be continuing donating blood. 1. 2, some people feel it is not safe to donate blood. 2, some people even don't even know the importance of donating blood. So these are challenges. These are some of our challenges. But this is the right platform to to buttress on that. Donating blood is very important, very important, because it has people have only one position that if you donate blood, you save life. Fine, you save somebody's life. fine. But you also have a lot of health benefits of donating 1 pint of blood. So because you feel, probably you might think you have only saved only 1 life. No, the pint of blood you donate could save 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 lives. You know, because transfusion, when you talk about transfusion, there are a lot of areas. In the Gambia here, we do transfuse whole blood, but sometimes we do have a separation of blood. Sometimes you don't need the whole blood. Sometimes you only need platelets. Sometimes you only need frozen, how to call it, red cells only. But you know, all these things is only possible when there is a blood. So donating blood is very important. Someone who is a regular donor like Ibrahim Balde, he's a regular blood donor. He is AB positive. When you have AB positive, we do call him and he comes in and donate.
True.
Like if you are a regular blood donor, be rest assured you are a healthier person in that community, because even you donate a pint of blood. Before you donate blood, we make sure we take your blood sample, we look at the level of your HB, meaning we look at the level of your blood. Are you fit to donate? Whether you feel you donate blood, whether you will not be disturbed by the hemoglobin, fine. We don't stop at that point. We still proceed to screen you against all infectious diseases, namely HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis. You know, these are all infectious diseases. So once you are screened against all these infectious diseases and you are free from all this, there you are fit to donate.
You can donate.
There you're good to go. But we don't, you don't stop at that place alone, because donating a pint of blood, Mr. Mboj, you would lose 460 liters of calories, meaning 400 liters of your fat that your body doesn't need it. So that's a benefit. Two, also you will have an iron balance. Even you become a regular donor, even you have 18 point something, you will only feel headache, but it wouldn't disturb you. So unlike somebody who is not donating, if you have those type of issues, it would only lead you to cardiovascular problem, meaning you would have you can get a cancer out of this. You can even easily collapse and die, simply because too much of blood in the system. You know, as women, they are going to, you know, they see menses every month. But for men, we are not. So what we are advising people, that's why, especially young people, you come forward and donate, you become a healthier person. You know, so that's why it is very important. But I feel, what we feel, it is still lacking because the message is not put across. That's why people are not forthcoming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next question, whether your awareness campaigns is having any effect on people's willingness to come on, or have you seen any difference that these awareness campaigns is having on people's perceptions and misconceptions, if you like, of this?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Under the guidelines of the National Blood Transfusion Services, we have been talking about this. This is where we're talking about effective communication, you know, because you need to talk to people, you know, so that they can understand. Because if people don't understand, we're talking about health here, which is very, very paramount here. People don't know their health status. You know, people want to know their health status. I heard people saying, I'm going to do a general checkup. If you want to do general checkup, the simplest way of doing general checkup without paying nothing, you just spoke to one of our transfusion center. You just donate I want to donate a pint of blood. There you will be screened against all infectious diseases that are important. Because even if you want to travel across to maybe if you want to travel to any country, now what they normally ask is this: do you have a health certificate? Medical exam, did you have it? I say no. You say no. They will send you to the hospital, and you pay a lot of money. But then once you are a regular blood donor, you know your status. Very simple. Because one of the issues that we are confronting now, Gambia as a country, it's a small country though, we do have an infectious disease called HIV. But now we have a problem more than HIV now, because HIV is 2.2% of the population. Now we're talking about hepatitis B, which is one of the most infectious diseases. As I'm talking to you, a lot of young people have been contaminated with this, they don't know. You can only know your status if you come to our centers to donate blood. Because once you are hepatitis B positive, you are not eligible for donation. So we send you to, we send you to a clinic where you will get your treatment free. You see? But had it been that you don't come for a medical exam or maybe a blood donation, by the time you realize you have hepatitis B, it is already late. You will get a late diagnosis. And hepatitis B is very dangerous. Very dangerous. It's uncurable. It's very, very dangerous. And a lot of young people contaminated this hepatitis in this country because we do screen them. But during our screening, what we normally do is once you found to be positive, we send you to the clinic. There's a clinic at MRC. There's a clinic at Banjul. Also, Carnifing, we also at art clinic. They are also starting. Not long ago they've started. But hepatitis B, Misambo, is a problem in this country. Yeah. So, and you can only know your status through blood donation. That's why the other time when we went to, we had a program in with Trust Bank. What the managing director does, she call all the staffs to come forward and donate. Thank God, the results after the process, we collect all the results and send it to them. Because that's strictly confidential. So, but what we do as an institution, when you come, we do collect all their samples, we do our drive. After the drive, we make sure we screen all the blood before we transfuse. Because transfusion is very important, but very critical too. Because during transfusion, someone can be seriously infected with any of these diseases that have been mentioned if they are not properly screened. That's why we are saying transfuse with safe blood. Safe blood means we screen all the blood with, against all these infectious diseases that we mentioned, so that at least by the end of the day, the patient that you are trying to help can become a healthier person in the community. Yeah.
So is there age? Do you look at the age of the individual and the weight of the individual?
Exactly. That's also important.
Before you donate?
Yeah, because from 18 to 60, you can donate. From 18 years to 60 years, you can donate. But also with the weight, also we look at 50 kg, 50 kilo. At least someone with 50 kilo at least can donate, depending on the HB, because the HB is what matters here. Because 13.5 as a man, you can donate. For women, they do donate, but not many, because for them, only twice in a year they can donate. Of course, we have women who are regular blood donors. And if you go to Sukuta, they have a lot of young ladies who are donating, a lot of them. I could remember we went to Wulisutukoba in 2018. A lot of young women donated in that community. So blood is a problem in the country, especially when you go into the provinces, because we have transfusion centers in Basse, in Bantang, and then Jara Soma, Farafenye, and then Buyam. These are all transfusion centers. But it's very, very crucial, because like someone in need of blood, especially in negative groups, is always a problem. But now we have, we got some people who form an association. They are all negative groups. So anytime when we have those type of issues, we do call and then, call them to come and support us in saving lives.
So how long, what is the interval?
No, what I gather there is that maybe some groups or some regions sort of do better than others in donating.
Yes.
Have we really tried to find out why is it that this group or this region are more willing to do it than perhaps another area, then maybe to see then how to pivot their communication?
Yeah, because that is that depends on the level of communication. Yeah, because within the Greater Banjul area here, we are all together. We are here together. Sometimes, I'm fortunate to be here today. And probably somebody outside there might be listening to this program and then, pick a very important messages from us. But unlike in the province, like you go down to the community, down to the grassroots, and then, talk to them. But of course, thank God things are improving with the support of the National Blood Transfusion Services. But they are doing wonders. They make sure they have representative at all the region now. And then every 3 months we do all meet together, have a meeting, have a strategic plan, so that at least we can able to at least overcome the issue of lack of blood in our facilities. Because it's very important. That's what you mentioned. Because the perception people have, all right. But if you go down to the communities, and then you explain it to them, the importance of blood donation and the health benefits behind blood donation. Even people hear you. You see so many people come forward. And in fact, let me give you an example of one community in CRR, Boiram. These are Boiram.
Around Brikama.
Around Brikama Bar. This is a community. It's a very, very, very active community when it comes to blood donation. When I went to Bansang the other time, Boiram is in the Bansang catchment area, and then the blood transfusion officer at the Bansang told us that the only community there where we can go and harvest a lot of blood is Boiram, and this is what had happened. We went to Boiram we almost harvested almost 60-something pints of blood that day, only single day, and that blood was taken to Bansang. That would help Bansang because, like, sometimes referral comes unexpected, and sometimes when they are referring, they come with severe anemia. So if you don't transfuse, you completely lost that patient. So that's why it's important the blood banks has to be, continuously having blood, continuously, because otherwise, once you don't have enough in the bank, is a problem.
Yeah, so the preservation method in our hospitals, for blood, how good are they?
Yeah, because we have a very, let's go back to the National Blood Transfusion Services again. They are doing wonders, because they bought very, very, very fridges for blood. Blood has a special fridge.
Okay.
It's unlike other fridge.
It's not like
no, it's not either, because it has a temperature. You measure it. You monitor it every day.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the centers have been supplied, and blood lasts for only 35 days.
Oh wow! You need to use it.
Yes.
Before
blood,
that time.
Yeah. Blood lasts for 35 days. After 35 days, it is expired. Because the red cells in the blood, they are no more valid after 35 days. So you cannot transfuse. But I know before transfusion was not in the was very, very minimal, but not today. As I'm speaking to you now, in fact, especially this year, we are confronting a lot of problem when it comes to transfusion, because people are coming with severe anemia. I could remember the day I called you.
Yes.
Somebody came with 2.7 of HB, 2.7 of HB at our emergency. When we very low, because we had to intervene instantly, otherwise that boy would pass away. So, but what we did was somebody came to donate his wife, but we don't have to wait for that one. We have to use that pine to save the life of that boy until the relative comes to replace that pine. Yeah, so and over, this is what is happening.
Then everybody should go and donate blood.
Yeah, blood, yeah.
So finally, how often can someone donate? I mean,
every 3 months, every 3 months, every 90 days. Because if you donate today, you have to wait until another three months.
To be able to donate.
Yeah, for red cells to replacement of the red cells. Yeah, because that it's a long process. But then you don't have to donate beyond 3 months.
Okay.
No, you have to donate every 3 months.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kausu Jaite, for coming on the program. And I'm coming to the hospital to donate at least.
No, you are our clients.
Yeah, so I'll come
whenever,
there.
And in fact, you belong to another critical group, because AB positive is not much as other groups. It's just like a negative groups. But anyway, thank God that you are lucky because you are a universal recipient. All the groups can go into you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
everybody can donate to him. Of course, he can only donate to AB positive, but then a lot of people can donate to him, like negative groups. Yeah, but thank you. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of the National Blood Transfusion Services, Carnifin General Hospital, to thank the QTV and the management, because this is a very important program, and it will give us a very big boost in our in communicating to our partners, because really partners like Pipeline Community, Trust Bank, Deloitte, these are partners that we will not forget.
Yeah,
because these people they're supporting. And they put their own money. We don't put anything in there. They put everything together and then call us. We go and bleed. And then when we come, the life we save, the life they save, definitely is only Allah who knows.
True.
So that's why it's always important. That's why we are saying our heroes, they are our heroes.
True.
Yeah, our voluntary donors are our heroes.
True.
We don't put a cap on them, but we celebrate them and certify them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because one like you, because that was a day when I called you when you were coming.
True.
This woman was crying because she think that the person, her daughter would pass away. But you come and you support.
We are all in this together.
Yeah. So it's a crusade that we all belongs to. So thanks to the management of QTV, and then we hope this would continue. Because this is another way of sensitizing our partners. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kausu Jaite. So viewers, we'll be right back after the break.
Q Money and Orange Money has just made money transfer easier. Now you can send money from Gambia to Senegal directly from your Q Money wallet. So what are you waiting for? Get your Q Money account now and start sending money to your friends and families through Orange Money in Senegal now. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Aji Bank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Aji Bank, your investment partner. Q Money ak Orange Money ñoo lëkkaloo pour yombalal leen yónnee xaalis bàyyi ko Gambia dem ba Sénégal ak Q Money wallet looy toog di xaar dawal léegi nga ubbi Q Money account pour nga mun a door di yónnee xaalis sa xarit ak sa mbokk yi jaarale ko Orange Money Sénégal léegi pour am si lu leer mun nga call Q Money customer care si 133 Q Money suñu kalpe lii dafa ànd ak sarta yuñ tëral. Q Money e Orange Money joni weɓini nuldugol mbuuɗi mi yetoma joni hiɗa wawi nuldude mbuuɗi iwra ko Gambia ɗo yaha Sénégal e Q Money wallet ma on eyyi ko honno wonɗa e fadde mi yetoma udduto Q Money account ma on joni fuɗɗoɗa nuldude mbuuɗi e teriɓe ma rewa ɗon ka Orange Money nder Sénégal fi heɓugol hen ko laaɓi hiɗa wawi noddude Q Money customer care e 133 Q Money suñu kalpe ɗum no yaadi e sartaji.
We are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. Now he deals with safety and he also provides advice, for workplaces to make sure safety precautions are all put in place accordingly. Work cannot go without safety measures. So, Mr. Sise, it's good to have you on this program.
Thank you. Good morning, Gambia. Good morning, QTV. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's just like 1 year, 2 days. I was here last year.
Oh!
26.
It's 1 year,
September,
2 days?
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot.
26 September.
I didn't even calculate that.
Today
You see how people calculate time and accuracy. I didn't even know. It's like
Obviously,
6 months.
when we talk about safety, that's the first requirement. Always keep records as
Oh.
your reference, because
True.
that will keep you to analyze the way of your life, whether you are safe or not.
Oh, it's 1 year, 2 days today. Okay, what are the most common safety risks you see in workplaces? Tell us about this.
Okay, yes, as you say, charity begins at home. When I entered in QTV
Yes.
today,
Tell us about our workplace.
yes, I just do a routine,
Check.
observations.
Safety check, yes.
First at the maintenance team, that is, maintenance around the stairs. A full verification should be, there, because people are passing. It's not safe. Somebody is walking on height. A hammer can drop, a kishul can drop when someone is passing. So that is the first recommendation I will give. And in the studio, there is no extinguishers. So
No, I think we have one at the door.
well,
Or should they be inside?
I don't see it, but when emergency start here,
We
how
have
will they do
one
it?
just when you're entering.
So we recommend
Except
that.
and until if Bakari Sane took it home.
Yeah.
But we have it here.
So we recommend with QTV to start implementing safety first.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
then, if you talk about the workplace, unfortunately, Gambia, the safety culture is growing, but it's not very improving, because the workplace is full of hazards. As we talk, so many institutions are working with hazards. When you approach them for a change, they feel like you are boarding them, and the finance they can put to prevent is more minimal than the finance they can put to cure. So that's why our stand is to advocate for the prevention before it comes to a cure. But so unfortunate, Gambia, we are growing, but it's a challenge. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mr. Boy, safety. Very
I
important.
know. How would you explain our attitude towards safety? How would you characterize it?
Very negative. As I was coming today, I went into a bus of 65 passengers by license. The bus loaded up to 80 people. I call up the conductor. I ask him, what is the capacity of your license? He respond,
He said
65.
65.
I say, but now you are going beyond the limit. Can you at least suspend now? He say, who are you to tell us to suspend? And they have to force me directly from the bus. I called to IC of commissioner, the deputy commissioner of police. Just now, I give the number plate of that bus. That they should, but the police should help. I don't think when somebody have a concern of safety, they should negligence of that report. They should know and try within 1 hour, they locate that bus and see what is the risk. Because me, I have dropped, but some people are at risk. So the culture is very negative, my dear brother.
So what's your approach for developing a workplace safety program? Do you have anything like a program that you want to develop for workplaces?
Yeah, I am on it, and I established with so many institutions, especially government institutions, because my target is quadrangle. Maybe if you are watching me or you are following my updates, you see I went to quadrangle for several times, to the Minister of Health, Minister of Agriculture, Finance, everywhere, to see that the workplace is safe for the people that are working there. But to my understanding, Gambia, so unfortunate, the institutions, they protect the assets of the institutions, but the liabilities who are working is not their concern. Most cases, what they have as a computer, as a extinguisher, as a generator, is being protected to the level that if you want to vandalize it, it will take you time. But the welfare, by training those people to at least be professional in emergency safety, when it comes to emergency, at phase 8, it's not of their own problem. That's the challenge I have with the authorities.
Okay. So how do you determine a workplace is safe? I mean, by just getting in and inspecting the place and conclude this place is not a safe place?
Yeah, because when we go, we have what we call risk assessment. We are there to identify what are the hazards. Hazards are those things that are within the workplace and can cause harm. Even if we come here, by looking, we can identify some hazards. But the tendency of that hazard to cause the harm, depending on the risk rating, how we rate the risks. So some hazards are very, very deadly, and people just assume that they are not causing anything. When it comes to an incident, that's the time they feel that there should need be a precaution, and it's already late. So the risk assessment can assess the hazards that can be identify whether the place is safe or not. But so unfortunately, in the Gambia, the hazards are too much.
But give us an example of deadly hazards.
Yeah, like an electric wire that is being leave openly, and it have some sparks. If you have some sparks, it's a deadly hazard. Like you go to the generator rooms whereby oil spillage are there, the battery is down on the ground, wet floor, so it's contaminated. And that happened in Serakunda General Hospital. When the boy was electrocuted, he cannot survive. So these are hazards that, and talking of high poles, the incident at Sinchu Alaji when the boy was trimming the tree under a high voltage. So those are deadly hazards within us. Yeah.
So for instance, you call it Serakunda, but I think that's the Kanifing General Hospital,
No,
right?
it was Serakunda.
It was Serakunda.
Yes.
Okay. Did another one happen at Kanifing General Hospital? So would you say that what happened with Serakunda was negligence?
Yeah, of course, bro. Because in that day, I took my time to went to the ministry themselves, Minister of Health, to see how we can facilitate some tips of health and safety. Because I go there sometime before that incident. Unfortunately, when I go, I observe extinguisher because it's my work. I have feeling and passion of health and safety. So I just passed by this extinguisher and I found it discharged down to the left side. I said, wow. So what is this device doing here now? And it was bent with cables and wire. So already you obstruct that device for emergency. So I went to the principal secretary. I asked him. He said, yeah, we will take it up. After 2 weeks, I went there.
It's the same thing?
Yeah, I just went there to see, but I was having a follow-up with the director of health because the minister delegated me to work with him to facilitate our MOU. So, but when I go, the man, the way he saw me, noted me, it was so embarrassing. And when I went home, I feel that pain in me that I'm doing this to sacrifice my time and money just to see Gambia is safe. This man is sitting in public office seeing me as nobody. So in the night I see the news from BBC Gambia that the boy was electrocuted in their generator. First what come to my mind is number one, the boy was not trained onto emergency safety defense. Or the people working with him were not trained onto emergency safety defense. And the generator itself maybe was not having an extinguisher device of CO2. These are the three by analysis as expert. So when I noted that these three must come in, but still now they are not trying. And if even today, if we left here, we go to that Minister of Health, that device is there, empty.
So it's so sad how sometimes we take things for granted. You know, we have this culture, okay, oh, this would have saved the boy, this would have done this for us. I mean, we want the damage to happen before we start thinking. As far as it's working, it's fine. You can see how a driver would maneuver. He won't even repair his car brakes as far as the handbrake is working. He is okay with it. He will manage it to killing people before you start thinking of, you know. So, I mean, how far have you gone in making sure companies also train new employees on safety measures?
If the Gambia is rating like 80 companies, I have reached 60 to advocate. But the response is negative. It's only 2 or 3 which see the benefit of training their staff. But the rest, they are okay because every day they drive their car, go home. They come and work. So the tendency of risks is not on them, but their subordinates are being vulnerable. The people working in the field are the deadly people when it comes to risks. And the authorities shall change that concept. We have foundation and we are ready to deliver our knowledge and expertise by training people on emergency safety. What is difficult in that? We ask, just organize. And if you are to train, if you feel your staff will have breakfast and lunch, it's in the budget. If you feel they can have only 1 meal, it's in the budget. If you feel they cannot have, we do our training and give them certification. We are trying to work with NACA to authentify our certifications, so that whenever we give it, if you're in the Gambia, you are, eligible as a safety. But the authorities should help us, my brother.
But do you know there are people at workplaces who cannot operate a fire extinguisher?
Extinguishers have too much. That is our survey.
Do you know that?
Yeah, that is the height of our survey. Anywhere I go, even here, if I ask today, like
I just realized it. I just know how to operate it recently.
Yeah, because you are talking.
When
with
we
safety.
were talking to the fire service,
they
were here and they showed us how to do it.
And that's not the end. People like what she say, what this Mr. Jata say when I came in about blood. Some people faint when their blood are down. Who is here to at least support that person in a first aid, stabilizing him or her? It doesn't stop on the device, but it has to come with the person of you can do to help to save life.
It's all part of safety.
Yeah, safety is paramount. It touches every corner.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Mboch. I mean,
yes, and I wonder as well, do you see sort of many prosecutions for negligence? So maybe if we had that chunk, that aspect of enforcing these standards, perhaps that could change attitudes. Then you don't. What do you think about that?
On the survey, and inshallah we'll pass it to the National Assembly for private member bill, so that the Gambia can have a legal requirement, and that's the key point. The government should come in to know that we are working to save Gambia. I have no interest of putting myself, but I want to save Gambia. And by saving Gambia, the authority can support us. And we are working on that survey. We are putting our efforts to make the private member bill to come before the end of this year, so that at least the stand of the Gambia can be recommended in health and safety. Because
so there's no legislation regarding that currently?
No, the Gambia government doesn't have any legislation required in health and safety. It's only the private sector, which is the occupational health, that is gazetted, and it was gazetted since last year, but it's on decks. The Standard Bureau, they don't have time to put it.
So why do you think it's so slow?
Yeah, because the concept of health and safety, the culture is negative. Like what happened today.
Of course.
In the bus, I am rich. I'm saving people's life. But some of them are, Burabaiko, I will give you a pass. I'll pay your pass for us to go. In that rainy season.
Even the passengers themselves,
they
don't know what safety is.
They are the one voluntarily saying, let it go. Yeah. They have to draft me from the bus and they go. But I take the number and just call the 2IC, Deputy Commissioner of Traffic, and tell him that this number is taking risks on the community. Intercept on him. That's what I can do. But if there was a legal requirement, I would put him, and that vehicle will be seized for operating. That's why we need the legal requirement.
So what do you think of these materials that are imported into our country? Okay, let's take a look at car tires. I mean, safety. I mean, these are tires that have been used for so many years in Europe or America, and to the verge of now being thrown away, and now they are using it in the Gambia again for some reason. You use it and it burst at some point, killed many people.
For the importing of car tire is somehow good for our nation, because why? The kind of climate we are indulging is the tropic, and for that carbon to be sealed, we can use it. You know, Gambia, we can sell our carbon to the international, because the carbon we have, most of these people, they don't have it. And these car tires, they have a chemical that can contain and protect our carbon. So that one is somehow risky by, putting it
on a vehicle.
Yeah, because when it happens, what it can cause is, but in the other hand, it can save us in terms of, environmental, safety. Yeah.
Okay.
But the
Interesting, Mr.
the other things that because it happened last year when I intercepted another businessman who, imported these newspapers.
Yes.
The newspapers.
Newspapers for wrapping bread.
Yeah, breads and all those foods. When I come, I just see the newspaper washed. Some of them were September 2018, 2020. I said, wow, these have been dusted. Because I was there. I know how this newspaper, when they use it, they dusted it for recycling. So I said, these have been dusted and put it in beam. Maybe the person just get it freely in a storage and just import it here. So I called the food safety department. But my brother, we have a challenge in the Gambia.
What have they done? Nothing?
At the end of the day, yes, Mr. Caesar, we are coming, but the vehicle we have to use is being used for this, it's being used for that. So until I feel like, what am I putting?
This is not going to work.
Yeah, because before that, if the man signals anything that is coming, he will, shift the items to other place.
True.
How do you motivate yourself to keep going?
Yeah, with all these hurdles, with all these challenges, Mr. Cisse. In fact,
well, sir, it's a challenge, but we have initiated and we have taken an oath to save our country. Though we have so many blunders in it, and even authorities. If I tell you, somebody as my director was a victim in his office in fire outbreak, but still today he blocked me. It's like me, I'm pushing him to his grave, and I'm saving him. When my partners came, we sit, and me, I don't mind you say I expose you. And my partners came, we went to his office, he even organized a coffee for us. At the end, what his interest is, where is your partners? Think of your safety before you think my partners where they are. So these are things that the authorities are just saying, me, but I'm growing with it.
Yeah.
I don't mind you block me.
Yes.
I don't mind you bullshit me.
But you will still do what?
I will knock on your door for the safety of the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cisse.
The passion, extraordinary
It keeps
passion.
us driving. At the end of the time, it's the passion. This is what keeps us. I think companies should also come and partner with you. I mean, to be able to, do certain things.
The legislation first.
Yes.
Because
why?
Here we're facing a really difficult culture here, really.
Thank you.
Legislation, then we can...
Thank you very much, viewers. This is all we have here. We're talking about safety on our last segment. Until we come back tomorrow, do have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.